welcome to another episode of the Crystal Beauty Show. Today with me, we're going to be interviewing the Inmate. He is actually a boxer, guys. Join me in welcoming him.
My name is Kitt. I'm a professional boxer, go by the name of Inmate. I represent Snapper Boxing Management. That's SBM for short.
So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am an identical twin. My brother's name is Kitt. I say we identical, I mean we are identical. I love him to death. I have 3 kids, 2 girls and 1 boy. I am in a relationship with Asia Rich. That's my baby. I love her to death as well. I've been boxing for, I want to say, about 15 years. I've been professional. I want to say, off the top of my head, I can't remember, probably about 9 years, 8 years. I was in and out the streets. So as far as my professional career, when I first turned pro, it went a little slow, but eventually I got myself together. Now it's time for me to go. I'm getting ready to get out of prison. I went to prison in 2015 for a violation of probation. I was on probation for drugs and guns. Time for me to come home. I'll be home in 2020. I will be getting back in the ring, and this time I will be entering the ring as the inmate. I was the 10 man, but now I'm not the 10 man anymore.
So could you say you got into selling drugs because of the circumstances that you found yourself in?
As far as meeting somebody with that was going through the same thing that I was going through with the struggles and in the streets and selling drugs and things like that, I would say yes, absolutely. I met several people. One thing about the streets is when you're in the streets, you meet a lot of people that's doing the same thing that you're doing, going through the same thing that you are going through. So
during your struggles from the street to prison and back to the street and back to prison, did you meet anybody that had similar struggles?
I met a lot of people that went to prison for drugs. I met a lot of people that was going through what I was going through. As far as, like I said, they did get arrested and things like that, you know.
Is there any reason why you had to violate your probation?
As far as me violating my probation, no, there was no reason as to why I had to violate my probation. I violated my probation simply because I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And a little bit background about how that happened is I was actually just coming back from a fight. I believe I was in Atlantic City. I came back from a fight that same day. I went and met a couple of friends, pulled up on them, and they had some dogs over there that previously did fight or got loose or however the situation was. The police pulled up, I seen the police, and I took off running. Was I doing anything wrong? No, I wasn't, but due to my background and my past and things like that, being used to running from the police, my instincts kicked in and I took off running. For what reason? I really didn't have a reason. I took off running, and due to the fact that I was on probation, yes, they did catch me. I jumped through a window, they seen me jump through the window, they came in and got me. So, I mean, that's what happened, and they ended up violating my probation, and they sentenced me to 7 years state prison. 7 years state prison, I do 85% of that. I stayed in county jail for about 13 months, so they gave me 13 months credit for time served. So they left me with 6 years, living under 6 years. So I did 85% of that, which was 5 years to the door. So I went down 2015, I began out this year, 2020.
You're actually going to be released sometime this year, I think August, if I'm not mistaken. And you're planning to get back in the ring, to get back into boxing. So besides boxing, what else, is there anything else that you do that can help improve your community as a whole?
Now I can reach out and I can help other people to not make mistakes that I have made, not go through what I have went through, and you know, just overall to help everybody be a more successful person, because everybody won't be as strong as I am and know how to bounce back from the trials and tribulations that you are going through. So as far as taking it back or regretting anything, I don't regret anything other than my kids.
So would you be happy to actually have a conversation about your going to prison, you're doing drugs with your daughter or your kids?
Yes, I'll be happy to tell her. I mean, it is my life. It's something that I went through. I mean, I want to tell her that I'm proud about it, or I want to condone in my past and things like that. But I definitely would be happy to tell her, and I would let her know that Dad is a changed man, that has learned from his experience. All of them things in that nature, I'll be happy to tell her. So, I mean, that definitely would not be a problem.
So, part of your life has actually been influenced by fighting. You got kicked out of school for fighting, you got to jail because of fighting, and then you became a professional boxer, which is fighting. Would you say this actually affected you positively or negatively?
The regrets I would have from me going to prison and things like that is being away from my kids. That's what I would regret. Not being able to go to school functions, not being able to go to daddy, daughter dinners, go to graduations, see my kids graduate from middle school to high school to middle school.
Would you advise anyone to be a boxer?
As far as advising anyone to be a boxer, I would, I would, but I would also let them understand. I would also tell them the science behind it. And I would let them understand what boxing is all about. It's actually not fighting. It's an art and it's a science. And if you understand that, boxing is a great sport. It's more than just getting in the ring and fighting. And when you guys are watching fights, that's what it looks like. It's like we're just getting in the ring, throwing punches, and we're hitting one another. But one thing about it, it takes so much to be a great boxer. You have to think, you have to set them up, you have to capitalize off their mistakes, you have to create them to make mistakes. It's so much into being a boxer. You have to be a great thinker to be a boxer.
Do you have any last words for viewers?
You can do it. There's nothing you cannot do. Age limit, I got my GED at the age of 30. So I want to show them that no matter how old you are, you can still go back to school and get your GED, and you can be successful in life with whatever you want to be.
Thank you so much, the Inmate. It was an honor having you on the show. I know it's not easy doing this show from prison, but we really appreciate it and can't wait to have you out of prison and getting back in the ring. We'll be looking out for you. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. As usual, leave your comments, follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page, and until next time, this is Crystal saying